Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another video on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny. Today I have something really special for you. When I went to tune in to what kind of information or guidance the Starseed Collective needs right now, or the awakening souls on Earth, what do they need right now? The message that came through was actually a message for the unicorn incarnates on Earth right now. So this is a message from the unicorn kingdom for the unicorn souls that are incarnated as humans on Earth right now. And so maybe you already know if that's you, or maybe there's something within the encoding of this message that will confirm something for you. But if you're watching this video and you're interested in this, then the chances are that this is a message for you. So before we jump in, I just want to remind you to like this video, give it a thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe here for new videos every single week, every Sunday and Wednesday. And then other than that, let's just jump right in. So the first thing that I saw was a vision of the 3 states of a unicorn spirit. I saw wild horses. It was a vision I saw when I tuned in. It was white, wild horses running on a beach. And then the next vision that I saw was elemental unicorns, magical unicorns in an enchanted forest with the horn all together as a group, and they almost glow a little bit. They're white as well, and they almost glow in this beautiful forest. And then the third vision was of crystalline or crystalline unicorns in the stars. So an ascended unicorn, like an ascended master, but what a unicorn would become, this beautiful crystalline version of itself. And it did look like made of crystals, reflective, sparkly, translucent or transparent in some ways, like a crystal would be, like a crystalline style unicorn, but like super high vibrational, like the ascended master version of a unicorn. So incredible to see that they also have a journey of growth that they move through, right? Okay. So that would also mean that they are within many different realms, within many different dimensions, right? They're not all just like the fairy tale magical elemental unicorns. Some of them are horses here on Earth. Some of them are those elementals. Some of them are these crystalline. Some of them existed in Avalon. There is a unicorn kingdom all its own. There are other elemental kingdoms where they might exist. Like there are many places basically that they exist, many realms and many dimensions. I do feel like they exist a lot in 7th dimension, 11th dimension, but I also see them here on Earth now. So that was really special to see, like the wild horses, the elemental unicorns, and then the crystalline. Okay, so now the next thing is for the unicorn incarnates. So someone watching this video right now has had a past life or parallel life as a unicorn in any one of those ways, whether that was elemental or crystalline or both. That piece of you is real and it still exists within you. To say you are still a unicorn within. It's a big part of your soul. Maybe you really resonate with that and always have since you were a kid. It doesn't leave, it didn't go anywhere. It's still within you, okay? So this message is for you. And it came from a crystalline unicorn. So this was a divine masculine crystalline unicorn. So an ascended unicorn in the 11th dimension, which is really close to an angelic dimension where the ascended masters live. And his name was David. And this is a unicorn that has come through for me recently in meditations. And so this is who came forward for a message for us today. So super exciting. So I wrote the message down exactly as he said it, because it came through like in a meditation and I didn't want to lose any of it. So I wrote it all down. So I'm actually going to read it for you today, and then we can stop and discuss it as we go. But I really want you to just like, you know, when they say tune in, like feel into this, tune in, put your awareness into it, not just, you know, in your headspace, but in your heart. Really tune in to this message if you think that it might be for you. Okay. So from David, a message for the unicorn incarnates. So he said, and I'm just looking down because my notes are right here. So he said, as your unicorn aspect is activated, one by one, you send up the rainbow sigil. And I saw it, because this was also visual, and I saw it shooting up out of the crown and hovering like quite high above the head of each activated unicorn soul. And a sigil is like it looks like a piece of light language or a symbol. And it was like made of rainbow rays and like pulsating, the sigil above the head, like a beacon, like, you know, I'm activated, here I am. And I'll continue reading. This acts like a sign or a beacon, a symbol that you are ready to work with the unicorn kingdom. At that time, you would receive signs, visions, dreams, symbols of the rainbow crystalline ray coming online. It feels familiar. It feels like home. So I just want to stop there and say that if you follow me on Instagram, I think is where I shared this. I had just had this dream about a rainbow ray penetrating through my palm, making my hand start to shake, and then my whole arm was shaking. So that would be exactly what David is talking about here. That would be a sign that the rainbow ray was coming online. So have you been seeing the signs of rainbows within your life? Have you been seeing signs of unicorns within your life? Has this been coming up for you lately? Pay attention. Everything is so meaningful and symbolic. The universe is constantly talking to you through your life, especially through your dreams and the signs and the synchronicities. Okay. So he said that as your unicorn aspect is activated, one by one, you send up the rainbow sigil. This acts like a sign or a beacon, a symbol that you are ready to work with the unicorn kingdom. At that time, you would also be receiving signs, visions, dreams, and symbols of the rainbow crystalline ray coming online. It feels familiar. It feels like home. Okay, so that was where we got up to. Okay, so moving on, then his next message here. You will be assigned or reintroduced to a guide that aligns with your immediate path, whether this be the elemental unicorn or the crystalline unicorn. As you transcend the energy you're in, your guide grows with you. It is an honor to us all to be assigned a child of Earth. You are precious and rare. Our uniting hearts awaken the magic in your life and in ours. We expand together as a pair. Lifelong connections are created. So this whole thing, and I'm going to just use my own examples because maybe this will help you to pick it out in your own life. Being assigned a guide that grows with you. So like my very first spirit guides that came through, I was just a kid. And I remember telling my mom about my, and I've talked about this on this channel too, but talking to her about my very first like imaginary friend, which is like my spirit guide, and her name was Starchild. And she came in on this giant white horse. And this white horse was also a guide and stayed with me, and eventually started showing up as a unicorn. So that was it growing with me. And now, and at that point, the guide's name was Silverlight as the horse and the unicorn. Actually, I don't know if it had a name as the horse, but as the unicorn, I remember calling it Silverlight all the time. And now recently, very recently, after an experience that I had with my membership group in the Orion Nebula, where we experienced a soul rebirth. I was imprinted with unicorn energy during that experience. It was completely life-changing for the members in the group. I mean, it was emotional. Like, that was the most powerful astral experience that we've ever done together. And I was not expecting that at all, like to experience a rebirth, but everyone did. Within the Nebula of Orion, it's so beautiful because that is the place where stars are born. And it's filled with stardust and gas. And it's filled with these beautiful colors of the rainbow. Going in, it's like green to blue to purple to pink, I think it was. And each color had its own imprint. And when I was in the center, in the pink, I kept getting these unicorn imprints. But then other members within the purple were getting Lyran imprints. And in the blue, I can't remember now what the blue was, but the green was like dragon imprints. It was really powerful. And we all realized together, like literally most of us realized at the same moment, that this nebula was not just a birthplace for the stars. It was a birthplace for souls. Because yes, all souls come from source, but they need a birthing place, a womb. And we were in it. We were standing in it. And we were brought there for a reason. Oh, I'm getting chills as I talk about it. We were brought there for a reason. And we were like rolling around in this stardust, and everyone had a color that they just resonated with, like they went right to it. And like I said, it was this pink unicorn energy. And I mean, I could go on and on about that experience because it was so impactful and has fully changed me. Like, I feel different after that experience. I felt so much more dense. Like I picked up more mass. The soul that I was absorbing this new energy, this pink starlight unicorn magic energy into my soul, into my like soul cells or something, to the point that when we got back to our bodies, a lot of us had a hard time like fitting back into our bodies because we had actually grown in mass. So a ton of integration has been happening. I mean, it's still going on because it was very life-changing. And now it's like affecting the physical human too, right? But anyway, long story short, or long story long, ever since then, I've just been so active, like my unicorn essence is like so activated, but in a new way, because I always had that elemental unicorn vibe, but now it feels crystalline. It's so powerful. I lost where I was in this story, but that the fact that it was this lifelong connection with this guide of mine that is growing alongside me. And here now we went through that experience obviously together. And now I'm being met in the energy of like a crystalline energy. So that just says a lot to me about where I'm at in my own ascension and how much I'm growing. And I feel that. And so like having it's not necessarily a new guide, but just having my guide go from Silverlight to David, from an elemental unicorn to this crystalline unicorn. So I mean, that's what he's talking about here, and talking about that to them, it is an honor to be assigned a child of Earth, because they also then get to experience that intense amount of growth. Like when you connect to Earth in any way, you experience an intense amount of growth. And I mean, it's a blessing on both ends, right? So that's really powerful. Okay, I'm going to move on with this message to the second page here. Okay, so David continues to say, if you are experiencing the rainbow signs, your sigil has been activated. Welcome in your unicorn guide now with these words and intention. You know who you are. So if you know yourself to be on this path, and you know yourself to have that unicorn essence within your soul, now is the time to welcome in your unicorn guide. So if you'd like to do this with me, you're going to repeat after me. So place your hands over your heart, and I will leave space for you to repeat each sentence, okay? So let's just take a few deep breaths to ground in. And feel your heart opening sending out the rainbow rays as the sign, as the call, as the sigil, calling in this unicorn guide. And repeat after me. I now unlock my unicorn aspect. I rise to the frequency of purity, love, and magic. I unite with my ascension guide and welcome you into my heart. I choose to bring the unicorn frequency and rainbow rays here on earth. I am blessed, abundant, and grateful. Thank you. Beautiful. So maybe just meditate on this and see if you've had in your journey one of these unicorn aspects show up to you in a meditation, a dream, as a guide, whether it be that wild horse of freedom, usually running, whether that be the fairy tale elemental style unicorn, or whether that be something more ascended, crystalline, diamond-like. And it doesn't necessarily mean that this guide has been with you every single day, but that they show up in waves as you need them. And maybe are showing up now in a new way, or will be because you just invited them to. So this energy does feel like home to me. It feels so pure and golden and rainbow. And it's really funny because this year for Christmas, maybe I'll pop a picture of this in the comments. This year for Christmas, I decided to deck my Christmas tree out in unicorns. So the Christmas tree is like half unicorns, half dragons, representing me and my boyfriend, which is really funny because everything's kind of coming together and like connecting with the experience I had in the Orion Nebula, with like my stocking as a unicorn, like everything this year before I even had that experience, I was feeling so resonant with unicorns again. It just came up again. It comes up every couple of years or so. And it was so powerful. And I was like, okay, that's all I want for Christmas is just those kinds of decorations all around me, the stocking, the tree, everything. So it all kind of makes sense to me now. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'd like to know, of course, about your experiences. I would love to read about your experiences with unicorns. If you feel resonant with that message, are you one of the incarnates here on earth? Was that message for you? Most importantly, have you been experiencing the rainbow ray coming online? Have you been having signs that are rainbows or rainbow coloring? That means your sigil has been activated. How exciting. And that you're moving into like a new level of this energy, and your guide will match you there. So super advanced, amazing, magical stuff here. Again, I can't wait to hear from you guys, but let me know if you liked this video too. And then if you want to, it really helps the channel, and it helps other people to find this channel, this frequency, if you share the video. So think about doing that as well. Also, if you're looking to experience those kinds of magical, life-changing experiences, I'm telling you guys, I know I keep saying it, but the membership, join the membership group. It is so incredible. It is so powerful. I think we have 30 people in there right now. There's space for you. Come join us. Go on astral missions with us. Tonight, we have an event every single week. I'm filming this on a Thursday, but tonight's event is a workshop on channeling. to improve your business, to improve your intuition. I mean, there's so many different things that we do together. It's not all just astral missions if that's not your thing. There's workshops, there's group readings. I mean, there's guest speakers. There's been a lot. It's really, not to toot my own horn, but this is an amazing space to be on the internet. Like, it's an amazing corner of the internet. Come join us there. The links are in the description, so no pressure. But if you're looking to rise up to your next level of ascension, we got you. Join us over there. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all so much. Please have a beautiful day. And of course, before you go, listen to your heart and the quiet voice within, because you are so much more than the body you are in. Thank you, Star Seeds. Have a beautiful day. Bye.